to Book 3, Chapter 10 of You Should Be Reading. Uh, today I'm going to talk to you about this little book right here. What If? Serious, what is it? Serious Scientific Answers to Absurd Hypothetical Questions by Randall Munroe, the author and artist of the webcomic XKCD. Now, many of you out there probably know that particular webcomic. Uh, I, in particular, have definitely been a fan of it for many, many years for not only the amusing scientific jokes and whatnot, but the sheer bizarreness of it all. And this book really, really brought home all of that in a wonderful little book that was enjoyable to read. Um, it is not it's not one that has an actual cohesive story. Um, it was made from a blog that he does where he answers absurd hypothetical questions with serious science and lets you know what would happen if, for example, you managed to throw a baseball at the speed of light. What would happen? Um, what would happen if all of the rain that was in a thunderstorm fell in one big drop? What would happen? Uh, what would happen if the Earth stopped spinning? What would happen? Um, if the well, what was it? What would happen if the Earth stopped spinning, but the wind kept spinning at that same rotation? The air kept moving. All kinds of weird things. A lot of times the planet gets destroyed, or large sections of it. Uh, what would happen if everyone in the world were to jump at the same time, that were actually all together in one place, jumped at the same time and hit the ground? What would happen then? Uh, that one is particularly interesting. Uh, as well as all kinds of other strange little things. Like, what would the world look like if a drain, a 10-meter in diameter hole, opened onto the surface of Mars and just sucked all the world's water out of it at the deepest point in the ocean? All kinds of things like that. In fact, not only is that question in the book, but the hardcover that I happen to have has a dust jacket on it, and the inside of the dust jacket is a map of the Earth after all of the water has passed through into Mars. And then he does the following question showing what the map of Mars would look like when all the water started pouring in. Because why not? He does all kinds of weird, random questions like that. There's some that don't get answered but get played out for a comedic effect. The weird and worrying questions from the What If inbox. They're quite interesting indeed. Um, and he answers them all with not only science, serious science behind it, but he does so with a flair for the comedic that a lot of authors tend to kind of miss. And he does it very, very well. I enjoyed reading this book immensely. Not only for the actual writing that he does, but he intersperses it with all kinds of fun little comics. There was one in particular about sunrise with the Terminator line of where the sun stops shining on the planet and how it moves across the land. Uh, that particular joke it's really quite amusing. I enjoyed it immensely and laughed probably more than I should have. But yes, that's what this book is all about. All kinds of weird things like that. And it's the way it's broken up. Each one is maybe a page or two, sometimes 3 pages, maybe 4 at the most. I'm guessing. I can't quite remember exactly the particular lengths of each bit, but they're broken up enough that they're quick, easy reads. Um, I read it as usual at work on my lunch breaks, so it was in 20 minutes I could read about 2 or 3 of them, 2 or 3 of the little questions and answers. It was pretty good. So definitely worth your time. If you enjoy the XKCD comic, you should definitely check this out. He has another book out called Thing Explainer, which I haven't picked up yet. It's a bigger book than this one. And it talks about it basically are is pictures of things explained how they work using only simple words, not using anything big or complicated, very simple words and descriptions. And it's quite interesting. Uh, in one particular thing, I remember seeing the advertisement for it on his comics website, where he calls a an aeroplane a sky boat. So that's something. Uh, but yes, it's definitely worth your time if you like science, if you like XKCD, if you just like the most bizarre hypothetical questions in the world being answered with actual science. What would happen? This is the kind of book for you. This is the kind of book that you should read. So yes, this week, this week, my friends, you should be reading What If by Randall Munroe. And until the next time we meet, remember, if you like what I'm doing, give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap if you haven't already, so that you can be kept apprised of any new videos I release for You Should Be Reading, or anything else for that matter. Uh, do that. And please, throw a comment in the comment section if you've read Randall Munroe's What If. If you've read his webcomic, talk about the book, the serious science, hypothetical questions, talk about anything. Talk about my videos if you like them. It doesn't matter. Leave a comment. I'd like to get a discussion going. Uh, so yes, all of that good things, and I will see you all next time.